Announcer Larry Matisick.
Race, Flair, the Bruiser, DiBiase, Roschke, Murdoch, Von Erich, Patera, all of them, plus a whole lot more, are coming up on this very special program, The Best of Wrestling at the Chase. Hello, I'm Larry Matisick, and if you're looking for action, believe me, during the next hour, you're going to get it right here as we review some of the outstanding moments on wrestling over KPLR TV during the past year. Even some family warfare occurred as Bulldog Bob Brown and his nephew Kerry Brown took on the Kelly twins, Mike and Pat. Let's join it, the Browns versus the Kellys.
And you can see there, Kerry Brown, I believe he's bleeding. Yes, didn't see that. Kerry Brown's head has been opened up from the kicks of the Kelly twins, and Kerry Brown bleeding. Excellent camera work, and you can see as that cut was opened up by the Kelly twins. Kerry Brown in real trouble here, and Bulldog Bob Brown now realizing, too, that his nephew has been sliced open, has been beaten open in the forehead by the Kelly twin. Kerry thrown to that corner, now the blood pouring off the head of Kerry Brown. Kerry Brown, the blood pouring down his face, compliments of the Kelly twins. Kerry reverses the whip. Kerry sags to one knee, trying to get over and tag the Bulldog. The tag is made, and here comes Bulldog Bob Brown. Brown after Pat Kelly. He catches Mike Kelly. He grabs the Kelly twins and jams their heads together. Bulldog Bob Brown, realizing what the Kellys have done to his nephew, rams the Kellys together. Bulldog stomping on the head of Mike Kelly. A kick to the chest, Mike Kelly taking his lumps from Bulldog Bob Brown. Bulldog coming to the rescue of his nephew after Kerry had his head opened up by the Kelly twins. Atomic knee drop from the Bulldog. Tag made, and Kelly doesn't even have a chance to get into the ring on his own. He's yanked over the top rope by Bulldog Bob Brown. There you see Kerry Brown, the blood all over his face, and that's why the Bulldog is after the Kellys.
How about this? Bulldog Bob Brown's a hero now. Everybody's pulling for
People are
Bulldog.
cheering him. He's wrestling the same way, though, I'll guarantee you that. The Browns lift Kelly, a double body slam from Kerry and Bulldog Brown. Kerry covers Kelly. Kelly gets away and rushes over to make a tag. Warren trying to stop Kelly from getting into the ring. Backflip by Kerry Brown. Kerry hits the ropes. Giant knee drop misses. The flying knee drop missed. And the bloodied Kerry Brown missed. Look how Kerry may get caught in that Italian, or rather the Irish clutch. The Irish clutch. Kelly putting it on at Bulldog Brown. They're trying to break it up, but it's too late. Kerry Brown has submitted.
King Kong Brody provided plenty of excitement. Here's Brody facing Steve Howe.
Howe crawling over the bottom rope to get back into the ring, and here comes Brody again. Brody bends back on the head, knocks Howe to the ropes. Oh, hard forearm smash, using that forearm like a sledgehammer. Scratching the face of Steve Howe. Brody on the attack just constantly. In wild, almost a wild, methodical manner, just battering Steve Howe. That man is unstoppable.
5 minutes have elapsed, 15 minutes left.
Steve Howe trying to stay away from Brody, but there's just no escape. No ring is big enough to keep away from King Kong Brody. Oh, Howe gouges the eyes of Brody. Howe throws a forearm smash, smacking it in there. He tries to pull Brody out of the corner. Again, he tries to arm whip Brody, and Brody, too powerful, just won't come out of that corner. Howe is thrown in the corner. You talk about a giant. You talk about a powerhouse. You're talking about King Kong Brody. To the air, the giant. Flying knee drop. Howe crushed to the mat. And King Kong Brody dismantles still another opponent.
Ted DiBiase is next on the Best of Wrestling at the Chase. The wildest Donnybrooks lately came between Missouri State Champion Ted DiBiase and Big John Studd.
He hurls Studd across the ring, charges, oh, it misses! He went right through the ropes and hit the steel ring post. DiBiase trying a flying tackle in the corner. Studd got out of the way, and DiBiase hit the ring post. Oh, he's in trouble now, if he's ever been in trouble in his life. Big John Studd got out of the way, and DiBiase hit the ring post. Stud grabs DiBiase, pulling him up onto the apron, suspending him backwards, and slams that forearm into Ted DiBiase. The Missouri State Champion kicked off the apron by massive John Studd. The crowd boos at Big John, but DiBiase is in real trouble now, and I have to tell you, so far Studd is backing up his word. DiBiase up on the apron. Studd grabs him there. Again, bends him backwards and slams that forearm into the chest. A knee into the back. DiBiase hung up on the ropes and Studd battering DiBiase. Studd just battering DiBiase. Lee Warren trying to control Big John Studd. The count is 20. And Ted DiBiase may need it all. In fact, he may still be out there at 20. In that case, Big John Studd's going to be the winner. DiBiase up on his knees now. He's standing, he's holding that shoulder that hit the ring post. Studd right there. Look out. DiBiase grabs Studd's leg. And he slams Studd's leg down across the apron. Again, DiBiase slamming the leg of Studd over the apron. He's tying him up around that steel ring post. And he rams the knee of Big John Studd into the steel ring post. DiBiase now Studd in trouble. That knee always vulnerable no matter how big you are. And DiBiase tears into Studd. Down goes Big John. DiBiase, the leg snap, yanking out that hamstring. Big John Studd, the hamstring snapped by Ted DiBiase after his knee was slammed into the ring post. The body drop into the knee, and you know what DiBiase is thinking about here. He's thinking about the figure 4 leg lock. Again, DiBiase steps inside and snaps the leg. Now even the shins, the tendons coming down the front of the knee, aching on Big John Studd. He spins, going for the figure 4, but he's kicked away and out of the ring by Big John Studd. Talk about power with one leg. Studd kicked DiBiase right out of the ring. Studd crawling through the ropes. Big John Studd going out of the ring and after Ted DiBiase. He slams DiBiase into a chair. Big John Studd slamming DiBiase into a chair outside the ring. And again trying to ram him into another chair. Studd and DiBiase battling outside the ring. We have a Donnybrook. It's Studd and DiBiase outside the ring. Studd slammed headfirst into the apron. DiBiase grabbed the chair. DiBiase grabbed the chair. Oh, and he clobbers Studd over the head with the chair. Studd still won't quit. Both men outside the ring. The match is being stopped. They're outside the ring 20 seconds. They're trying to restore order. Studd slammed into the steps. Big John, look out. Studd has slammed DiBiase into the ring post and then into the press table. Studd battering DiBiase outside the ring. And I have to tell you, DiBiase, he's trying to go out after Studd.
In a rematch, DiBiase beats Studd, but victory is no stranger to DiBiase. Watch Ted battle Billy Starr.
5 minutes have elapsed, 5 minutes left.
DiBiase with the arm lock on Billy Starr. DiBiase's father, a great amateur and professional wrestler. His mother, a lady grappler. He came under the influence very early of the Funks, especially Dory Funk Jr. He learned a lot from Dory Jr. But he's picked up so many things. He's so versatile, so many things that he does well. DiBiase flying. Oh, he catches that knee lift to the stomach from Billy Starr. Starr with a knee lift to the stomach of the Missouri State Champion. A kick to the head by Starr. He stomps on the head of Ted DiBiase. Starr using his thumb into the windpipe of DiBiase. DiBiase staggered in the corner. Starr pounding on Ted DiBiase's back. A forearm smash to the neck. DiBiase hurled into the buckles. Starr charges in, driving his shoulder into the midsection of Ted DiBiase. Again, Starr hurls DiBiase into those buckles. Oh, DiBiase goes over the top. Beautiful jackknife and cradle by DiBiase, but Starr manages to pull the shoulder away. DiBiase pounds on the stomach of Billy Starr. The Missouri State title on the line. DiBiase with a slash to the throat. Flying meal from DiBiase. He's manhandling Starr right now. Drop kick by Ted DiBiase. Try for a pin. Starr barely gets away. He's coming up slower, but he's still fighting. DiBiase hooks the arm. Starr off the ropes. Oh, the drop kick misses. Good move by Starr. DiBiase got a little bit overconfident there. Starr took advantage of it, holding onto the ropes, and Starr makes DiBiase miss the drop kick. Flying tackle. DiBiase underneath. DiBiase catches Starr. Falling body slam by Ted DiBiase. DiBiase twisting the leg. And here comes the figure four. The figure four leg lock by the Missouri State champion. Starr doesn't want to submit. His golden opportunity is gone. Ted DiBiase keeps the Missouri State championship.
Patera and Flair are yet to come, so stick around. Strongman Ken Patera has made his mark in St. Louis with outings like this against Tommy Yates.
Patera lifts Yates like he's nothing, 230 pounds, is picking him up as though he weighed 10 pounds, pitching him right into the middle of the ring. Patera, what an awesome sight he is. The bear hug by Ken Patera. You know, Patera really didn't start lifting weights until he was in college. When he was in high school, his main athletic outlets were baseball, football, basketball, and he got involved in track and the shot put by his senior year. But when he was a youngster, hanging around in Portland, he spent a lot of time in the gym working out with the professional wrestlers. He always was strong, a natural athlete. So actually, Patera's involvement with wrestling dates back much further than after his weightlifting days. His earliest involvement was with wrestling, and that's why he has such good instinct, why he's such a good ring general in there. There's more to Patera than muscle. He can wrestle. He knows the holds. He knows the escapes. He can pace himself. And most importantly of all, probably, he knows how to use the power that he has. The power that maybe nobody else in wrestling or in the world has. Patera knows how to use it best. Look at that, lifting the man this so easily. And then the backbreaker, jamming the back into his own knee. How will Patera go against Harley Race? Race, who refuses to give an inch, who has no mercy either, so much like Ken Patera. And both men after the same goal, the gold belt. Patera hurls Yates into the turnbuckles. Knee lift to the chest from Ken Patera. Right now he's battering Tommy Yates. There's the elbow to the neck.
5 minutes have passed, 5 minutes left.
Patera driving home the elbow to the neck. What condition this man is in. Patera circling, coming up behind Yates. There's the full Nelson. And there's a swinging neck breaker. The swinging neck breaker that Ken Patera considers to be the most lethal weapon in wrestling today. Yates cries out yes as Patera forces the neck forward. Lee Warren, the referee, standing right up to Patera. Patera the winner with the swinging neck breaker over Tommy Yates.
Find that word. You want to dance? Then come to the ballroom, and you better be ready to go.
Here's a face to watch for the future.
Nobody waltzes in this ballroom.
Oh, he's wobbled. He continues to work. But he is out on his feet.
Put away those sissy dancing shoes. This is ballroom boxing.
Oh, just a hammering body shot.
It's the ultimate dance floor for boxing stars of tomorrow.
Big right hand. It's a big right hand. That was a crunching shot.
Ballroom boxing. Get it on. The Fight Network.
When you have a cold sore, don't hide away. Fight it with Zavirax Cold Sore Cream. Use it at tingle stage and keep using it right through the blister to fight the virus. Zavirax also soothes and moisturizes, then keep using it through the scab stage. Use Zavirax to cut healing time by up to half, so you're ready to face the world again. Zavirax Antiviral Cold Sore Treatment. Nothing works faster.
Dave, we're looking for even cheaper car insurance. We all know that it's a real jungle out there.
Is that...
Yes, that could be the sound of even cheaper car insurance.
It's elephant.co.uk. We can go online, get a quote in minutes, and see how much we could save. Well, let's go. Elephant.co.uk.
For even cheaper car insurance, it's elephant.co.uk.
Nice new drill, Steve. Quality is that?
Yeah. You won't believe the price I got it for either. I didn't notice you popping out for all that kit, John.
That's because I had it delivered. Only ordered it last night at 5 to 6.
What are you reading, Nick?
The new Screwfix Direct catalogue is the tradesman's secret that's too good to share. Call 0800 68 78 88 now for your free copy.
The main event, a one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 245 pounds, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Flamboyant Ric Flair was on hand to tackle Tommy Sharp.
When they all agree the potential is there for this man, Nature Boy Ric Flair, now lifting Tommy Sharp for Ric Flair to be the world champion. There's the atomic knee drop to the tailbone of Tommy Sharp by Nature Boy Ric Flair. Can you imagine what Ric Flair would be like if he had that gold belt strapped around his waist? Can you imagine the conceit he would have then? Think of Buddy Rogers in his prime. Well, I'm sure that Ric Flair would surpass even that. Flair did a hard belt right underneath the eye, caught him along the cheekbone. See a little mouse there from where Tommy Sharp caught him with that punch. Oh, and Sharp walks right into it. But then he gouges the eyes, and hey, Tommy Sharp is hanging tough against Nature Boy Ric Flair. Sharp pounding on the Nature Boy. Ric Flair trapped in the corner by Tommy Sharp. Then a knee lift to the midsection. Flair pins Sharp to the ropes. Sharp fights back. Sharp and Flair toe-to-toe. Flair a bit the groggier of the two. Side headlock. Off the ropes comes Sharp. A flying tackle and floors Flair. Flair ducks. Oh, look out. Flair was waiting with that elbow and banged it home to the chin. Look at Flair strut now. He can take that punishment and still lash back with some of his own. Flair to the air. Flying elbow drop. The flying elbow drop by Nature Boy Ric Flair. One more, says Nature Boy Flair. He hits that rope. A second flying elbow drop by Flair. He hooks the head, brings the arm over the top, and emulating the world champion and trying to do it a lot better than the champion if he can. Ric Flair drives Sharp down with the suplex. Sharp is a... Now, punk, now you pay the price, says Ric Flair to Tommy Sharp. Flair brings that leg around. Sharp's out. He's practically unconscious now. He's out, and Flair still not satisfied. Clamps on the figure four leg lock, trying to damage the knees of Tommy Sharp. Sharp cries out as those ligaments and cartilages are stretched in the knee. The figure four leg lock by Ric Flair, refusing to release it, and finally under threat of disqualification, breaking the figure four leg lock. Nature Boy Ric Flair.
An eye on Harley Race is very difficult considering how much the world heavyweight champion travels, but through the magic of television, we've been able to do it right here on Wrestling at the Chase. In this match, it's the world heavyweight champion Harley Race versus Frank Dusek. Race hits the ropes. Dusek waiting with a knee lift to the stomach of Harley Race and a knee drop to the midsection. Frank Dusek making an early impression on the world heavyweight champion Harley Race. This match coming from Atlanta, Georgia. Race goes everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Canada, Mexico, Japan, Australia, New Zealand. He has been everywhere, putting that gold belt on the line. But yet somehow the list never seems to get any shorter of people who want to crack at that man Harley Race. People like David Von Erich, Nature Boy Ric Flair, Dick Murdoch, Rufus R. Jones, Dusty Rhodes, so many more. And it's worth mentioning Dusty Rhodes because promoter Sam Muchnick has been in contact with Rhodes, a former world champion, a man who took the title away from Race and then lost it back in less than a week under rather controversial circumstances because Rhodes had suffered an arm injury and was laid up for some time after losing the crown to Race. The arm injury didn't come at the hands of Race, though. It came in another title defense. But Dusty Rhodes may be headed for St. Louis. Sam Muchnick feels he is very close to landing Dusty Rhodes to come to St. Louis this spring, maybe a month or so, but Dusty Rhodes could very well, in fact almost surely, is headed for St. Louis. Race scoring with a Greco-Roman back body drop on Frank Dusek. Harley Race lines up Dusek, drives the knee into the head of Frank Dusek. Oh, Dusek hurting now, and Race knows how to hurt an opponent, as do all of his challengers, the men who are after him, people like the strutting Ric Flair, the dangerous David Von Erich, and so many more. Knee drop again to the head of Frank Dusek by Harley Race. Dusek stunned. Race, a master ring general. He knows how to use that ring. He always knows where he is inside the squared circle. He moves to the side of Dusek for a side saddle suplex by Harley Race. The world champion really rattling Dusek now. He covers Dusek. At the count of 2, Dusek manages to get the shoulders up. You can see Dusek, though, is struggling. Race waiting. Hooks both arms. Pulling back against those arms. Can he bring him over for a double arm suplex? Yes, yes he can. The world champion once more driving Dusek down with a double arm suplex. The referee gets to a count of 2 before Race is thrown off of Dusek. Harley Race, feeling that things are pretty much in command right now. He grabs Dusek, hurls him to the ropes. High knee lift, and down goes Dusek once more. That high knee lift by the world heavyweight champion. Again, the knee right into the forehead. Can this guy dish it out? That's why he's been the champion for more than 4 years. Think of that. All the travel he's done, all the airplanes, all the airports, Harley Race, more than 4 years in command of the gold belt. Wrestling's biggest prize, it's his, and there's Race with the suplex slam. Harley Race, the world champion, covers Frank Dusek, and victory once again belongs to the world heavyweight champion. Another real globetrotter is Andre the Giant. In Philadelphia, Andre was alone for a handicap match against Jose Estrada and Johnny Rodz. What wild action erupted when David Von Erich and Ted DiBiase clashed with Von Raschke and Dick Murdoch.
David Von Erich with the claw on Murdoch. Raschke charging into the ring, and he's after David Von Erich. David's still hanging on with the claw. Now Raschke with the claw. Raschke with the claw on Von Erich. The Von Erich's own weapon being used against them. Von Raschke with the claw on David Von Erich. Raschke digging in. David Von Erich sagging, starting to lose consciousness as Raschke uses the Von Erich's own weapon against them. David back on his feet, trying to keep his consciousness, trying to keep his head up. He has the claw on Raschke. Both men with claws. Raschke with the claw on Von Erich. Von Erich with the claw on Raschke. They end up in the ropes. If they can get either man to release the claw, finally, both claws broken. The claw against the claw. Boy, you saw it graphically right there. Raschke and David Von Erich. Knee lift by DiBiase flattens Raschke. Body slam by DiBiase. Here comes Murdoch. He breaks up a potential pin. And DiBiase is angrily after Murdoch. DiBiase and Murdoch. DiBiase knocking Murdoch down to the apron. Raschke and David Von Erich battling in the middle of the ring. Murdoch pulls DiBiase outside. Murdoch slamming him into the table. Down goes Ted DiBiase. Murdoch slanging him into the announcer's table. Meanwhile, Raschke and David Von Erich have had their own Donnybrook.
Find that word.
From London, Ontario, turning 5'9" and weighing 155 pounds, heads off stone, Sam Stone.
Well, as a kid, I played pretty much every sport known to man. You know, I've been traveling to fight since I was 16. Maybe they'll hold on to my title for me, or maybe I'll just leave TKO behind and fight in the UFC. I don't know. I'll deal with these things, cross these bridges when I get to them.
When you have a cold sore, don't hide away. Fight it with Zavirax Cold Sore Cream. Use it at tingle stage and keep using it right through the blister to fight the virus. Zivirax also soothes and moisturizes, then keep using it through the scab stage. Use Zivirax to cut healing time by up to half, so you're ready to face the world again. Zivirax antiviral cold sore treatment. Nothing works faster.
Migraine is not just a headache. A chemical imbalance in the brain induces headache, nausea, and sensitivity to light and sound. Imigran Recovery is the only treatment that tackles both the symptoms and the root cause of the migraine itself, helping to restore the chemical imbalance back to normal. Imigran Recovery, a positive way out of migraine.
Live a life without limits. Visit Royal Navy online.
Today, we're searching for even cheaper car insurance. We all know it's a real jungle out there. It doesn't have to be. Elephant.co.uk specializes in cheaper car insurance on the internet. You can go online, get a quote in minutes. You could save loads. Ah! So, to see how much you could save, go straight to elephant.co.uk.
For even cheaper car insurance, it's elephant.co.uk.
TKO MMA, Friday at 7 p.m. only on the Fight Network.
The Fight Network.
Oh, Murdoch slammed into that table. Again, Murdoch driven into the table by DiBiase. DiBiase and Murdoch having a Donnybrook outside the ring. Roschke trying to get out there to see what's going on. David Von Erich and Roschke inside the ring toe-to-toe.
3 minutes left, 3 minutes.
3 minutes remaining, and for 17 minutes, the duos, one side, Von Roschke and Dick Murdoch, the other, David Von Erich and Ted DiBiase, have simply been spectacular, sensational. The short arm scissors by Roschke on David Von Erich. David Von Erich rolled Roschke into a cradle. Murdoch kicked Von Erich, and that allows Roschke to keep the short arm scissors, or the figure four arm lock, if you prefer that name for it. David Von Erich manages to lift the shoulder. Give up, yells Roschke to David Von Erich. Certainly nothing has been decided yet as to who has the better claw, although you have to be impressed by the way David Von Erich used the claw to literally drag Roschke out of the ring when Roschke tried to get in there to break up DiBiase's figure four leg lock on Murdoch. But even at that, Roschke showed you he could withstand punishment, that he could take the claw, because after that he still got back into the ring, that man, Von Roschke, and attacked Ted DiBiase. Von Roschke with a figure four arm lock on David Von Erich. There's the claw. There's the claw by Von Erich on Roschke. The claw by Von Erich on Roschke. Roschke squirming towards the rope. Murdoch's up on the top rope. Murdoch's on the top rope, and there's DiBiase after Murdoch. DiBiase knocks Murdoch off the top rope. Roschke still caught in David Von Erich's claw. There goes Murdoch up on the ropes again. He leaps off the rope. He's caught in the stomach claw. Von Erich has a claw on either man. He had the iron claw on Roschke and the stomach claw on Murdoch before Murdoch broke it up by gouging the eye of Von Erich. Von Erich needs a tag. Here comes Murdoch. Here comes DiBiase.
1 minute left, 1 minute.
DiBiase, his legs caught by Murdoch. Murdoch spins DiBiase, but DiBiase comes off punching. Murdoch slammed head first into the buckle. He can take it too. Those are four tough athletes inside that ring. Murdoch takes a bite out of the forehead of DiBiase. I'll tell you, I don't see how any of this quartet can have anything left by this point. They have just been non-stop from the opening bell. Murdoch stomps on the jaw of Ted DiBiase. Murdoch lifts DiBiase for a pile driver. There's the pile driver from Murdoch to DiBiase. Can he pull out a victory with just a few seconds remaining? Murdoch, a bit the worse for wear himself, crawls across DiBiase. There's the bell, and that ends this match as a 20-minute time limit draw. If we can get everybody separated, Roschke and Murdoch back to one corner. They're claiming a victory, but it's not to be. This match is a stalemate, a draw.
Just how effective is David Von Erich's Iron Claw? Bobby Jaggers found out.
Or maybe that elbow will, too, to the ribcage. Down goes David Von Erich. The crowd on the opposite side of the ring screams he pulled air. We had the same view Chuck Riley did, and there was no way to tell how Jaggers pulled him down. It could just have easily been with leverage or with tripping him from what we could see.
10 minutes have elapsed, 5 minutes left.
5 minutes remain. The second feature today on Wrestling at the Chase. And don't go away because we still have another tag team match coming up. A regular tag team match, and the duo of Von Roschke and Dick Murdoch will be reunited. You can recall the battle they had last weekend against Ted DiBiase and David Von Erich. That went to a draw. David pounds on the stomach of Jaggers. Finally, the head is free. Jaggers doubled up. Drop kick from David Von Erich. Jaggers staggering to the corner, trying to get his win. He's gasping. Head first, Jaggers goes into the turnbuckle. Oh, Jaggers reverses the whip. Jaggers reversed the whip, but he misses with the flying tackle and hits the turnbuckle. There's the claw. The iron claw of David Von Erich. Jaggers scoots underneath the ropes to get away. Jaggers quickly heading for the exit when David Von Erich clamped on the iron claw. What happens when he puts that claw, if he can put the claw on Von Roschke? And what happens if Roschke can get the claw on David Von Erich? And oh, look at the blood coming from the head of Bobby Jaggers. The iron claw has opened up Bobby Jaggers. Blood pouring from the forehead of Jaggers as David Von Erich grinds away with the iron claw. The blood streaming down the face and chest of Bobby Jaggers. David Von Erich and the iron claw have opened up and finished off Bobby Jaggers. The iron claw, just as it did to Harley Race once, opening up the forehead of Bobby Jaggers. You can see the blood on the inside of the hand of Von Erich. David yells, I can do the same to Roschke. Watch as Bobby Jaggers tries to come to his feet, the blood pouring out of the forehead of Jaggers. You can see it dripping onto the mat. Bobby Jaggers' that head opened up by the iron claw of David Von Erich.
It was a personal thrill to interview all-time great Lou Thez. The 6-time Farmer World Champion is a true gentleman and a tremendous asset to professional wrestling. Let's hear from Lou Thez. Lou, it's great to have you back in town.
Well, thank you very much, Larry. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Larry, I'm really very pleased to be back to the seat of wrestling culture, and our mutual friend Sam Muchnick, of course, is largely responsible for that. But like Sam, like myself, and many others that have devoted their lives to wrestling, we were doing what we enjoyed doing. And sometimes if you continue to do that throughout your lifetime, you begin to learn something about it. You know, that's the way it goes.
Well, you've had some time now back in St. Louis. You had a chance to visit with some old friends and relatives, I guess.
Yes, my mother is here, and I had some visits with her, of course. And I just finished having lunch with she and my sister and her husband. And it's been a revelation to be back to our city. I'm up in Newport News, Virginia now in another business. Live on Chesapeake Bay, have a lot of fun eating the seafood and so forth, but when I get back home here, it's really a crazy magnet. It's tough to leave here again, you know.
I can imagine. Lou, 6 times holder of the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, we have a double main event here coming up in St. Louis, and I'm curious on your opinion about both matches. Let's take one at a time. First, Dick the Bruiser and Dick Murdoch inside the fence. How do you see that match?
Well, that's a very interesting one. You've got a couple of real bruisers there, and of course Murdoch is a very evasive fellow, and he's continually trying to run away from the heat, from the problems, you know. But I would really like to be here to witness that match, because that's going to be an interesting one. There'll be a lot of lumps, is all I can tell you.
And nowhere to run with the fence there, so that takes away a little strategy from Murdoch, I guess.
Yes, well, that's what I say. The lumps are going to be flying because that's the bruiser's long suit, and of course Murdoch will have to try to retaliate, and it's going to be very interesting.
The other main event, Ted DiBiase and Nature Boy Ric Flair, two masters of the figure four leg lock.
Well, this Ric Flair is a seasoned hand by now. He's sort of a veteran. But I think this DiBiase boy, I saw him in Shreveport, Louisiana a couple of weeks ago. I think he's one of the brightest stars on the horizon today. He could very well reach the top. I'm really impressed with him. His father was a good wrestler, and he superseded that. I'm really impressed with this young man. Yeah.
And you talked before we came on the air about all the good young wrestlers you've seen. Anyone else who's caught your eye, particularly in St. Louis or around the country?
Well, a young man has just left the ring here, a young man by the name of David Van Erich. And this young man has a real aptitude for wrestling. It comes easy to him, and I can see that he likes what he's doing. And, of course, he'll burn the midnight oil because he enjoys what he's doing. But he is real championship timber. This fellow could reach the top probably more rapidly than anyone. He has the makeup for it, mental, physical. I think he's one of the stars that could really, he'll make a mark on him in the wrestling world, I can tell you that.
And of course, I can remember just a few years back some great battles that Lou Thez had defending the gold belt against a gentleman by the name of Fritz Von Erich right here in St. Louis.
Yes, well, I don't mean to say anything unkind about Fritz, and he's had a great career, but I think this boy is going to do a better job than he did. He has a little more wrestling knowledge, basic knowledge. Fritz was a football player, but this young man begun to wrestle at an early age, and I can see the earmarks of it. And it's a matter of doing your homework, and the years you spend in the gym learning your craft, of course, is what pays off later. And he already has a basis. I can see that. His elementary experience has been very good.
Another youngster who would please Thez is certainly Spike Huber. Greg Lake tried to slow down Huber. Riley forces Lake to break the chokehold. Flying mare by Greg Lake on Spike Huber. Oop, the leg drop. The leg drop by Greg Lake on Spike Huber. Count of one. That's as far as she goes. Oh, that leg drop missed. Leg drop from Huber misses as Lake rolls away. Lake tries to cover Huber. Not even a count of one. Small package by Lake. He never was able to tie up the inside leg of Huber, so Huber was able to get free from the front rolling cradle.
Find that word!
What's that? That could be the sound of even cheaper car insurance. Elephant.co.uk.
Elephant.co.uk?
Yes, you can go online, get a quote in minutes, and you could save loads on your car insurance. And if you have an accident, you could even get a free courtesy car. Shh.
Elephant.co.uk, I presume.
For even cheaper car insurance, it's elephant.co.uk. Stuck in a dead-end job? Are you overworked and underpaid? What would you get out of bed for? The average salary for a job in IT is over £37,000. Advent computer training courses lead to recognised qualifications and teach valuable IT skills. And the courses are flexible, so you can study while you work. We provide support and guidance to help you find a job and develop your career in IT. If you're interested in a career in IT, simply text IT to 88800 or call Advent free on 0800 197 0278. Advent Computer Training. Wake up to a brighter future.
Join us every Sunday as we open the vaults of Memphis classic wrestling. See legends such as Jerry Lawler, Randy Savage, Rick Rude, the Nasty Boys, Andy Kaufman, and many more stars from the golden era of Memphis wrestling. Classic Memphis Wrestling, Sunday at 3 p.m. only on the Fight Network.
Find that word!
Huber lifts leg backbreaker. Oh, hey, that was a good one. Dandy backbreaker from Spike Huber.
Ten minutes of elapsed, 5 minutes left.
Hip toss from Greg Lake. The second hip toss is blocked, and Huber spins around and goes right into a backslide. Oh, is he a whirling dervish right there? And hey, he gets a pin! Spike Huber slipping away from the flying mare, spins from the hip toss rather, spins around into the backslide, and Spike Huber has a victory.
Still another young man on the way up is Terry Taylor. It's Terry Taylor versus Steve Howe.
Greco-Roman back body drop by Terry Taylor. Hey, the young man has some tools he can use. He covers Howe, count of 1, count of 2. And Howe got that shoulder up. There's no count of 3. Van Hader right on top of it. The Greco-Roman back body drop nearly did it, but it wasn't quite enough. Howe, though, is badly dazed.
10 minutes of elapsed, 5 minutes left.
Taylor going to the side saddle suplex by Terry Taylor. Taylor covering Howe, count of 1, 2, and Howe again manages to get that shoulder up. 2 very near pins by Terry Taylor, but Howe was able to save himself right at the last second. Howe fighting back in desperation now. He's taking some hard jolts compliments of Terry Taylor, and you have to give Howe credit. He's been tough hanging in there against Taylor. Howe misses with the elbow smash. Taylor leapfrogs over the top. A forearm smash right to the mouth by Taylor. Howe comes up slowly. Taylor going behind him. Locks on the abdominal stretch. Goes into the rolling crucifix. The rolling crucifix, and that's it. It starts out as the abdominal stretch. It finishes as the rolling crucifix.
Jesse Barr could not have had a better partner than Dick the Bruiser to oppose Mike George and Buzz Tyler.
Barr slammed into the turnbuckle again by Tyler. Tyler wants another tag. The Bruiser steps into the ring. He charges into that corner, trying to help his partner, trying to keep George off of Barr. The Bruiser pounds on George. Tyler pushed into the corner by Jesse Barr. Both men in headlocks. And George rammed headfirst into the head of Buzz Tyler. Make the tag, yells the Bruiser at Barr, but Barr takes time for a drop kick. And then Barr charges over and tags the Bruiser. He's in there legally now. Dick the Bruiser goes to the stomach on Mike George, pounding away with short jabs. George tags Buzz Tyler, the Bruiser, there to grab Tyler. George stays in that ring too. They try to double team the Bruiser. Jesse Barr catches George with a shot in the midsection. The Bruiser yells at Jesse Barr, grab George. Give him a taste of their own medicine, yells the Bruiser. He grabs Tyler by the hair. George grabs the hair again. George and Tyler slam together as Dick the Bruiser takes command of that ring. He's the king of the hill right now. Outside goes Buzz Tyler. The Bruiser going out after him. He grabs Tyler and slams him into the ring steps. The Bruiser again slamming Tyler into the steps. Dick the Bruiser, look out, he's coming our way. Buzz Tyler being slammed into the press table by Dick the Bruiser. Jesse Barr cautions the Bruiser to watch out for the count. The Bruiser shoves Buzz Tyler into the ring. We have blood splattered all over our table here at ringside. Apparently Buzz Tyler has suffered some sort of cut, either his nose or his mouth. There's blood all over the table here at ringside, and now blood pouring from the nose of Buzz Tyler. The Bruiser has opened up the nose of Tyler when he slammed him into the press table. Jesse Barr's knees up there when the Bruiser wants it, and the Bruiser mounts the ropes. The Bruiser crawling up for the atomic drop. The crowd screams, they're standing, and the Bruiser scores with the atomic drop. Dick the Bruiser forces down the shoulders of Buzz Tyler. The count of 1, 2, 3, that's it. Dick the Bruiser and Jesse Barr went from Buzz Tyler and Mike George. The Bruiser ripping on the bloody nose of Tyler. Barr and George battering each other. The referee's trying to restore some order.
And there is always excitement during a Wrestle Royal, especially when the Bruiser is involved.
Tyler lines it Brown. Look out! There goes Tyler! At 5:14, Buzz Tyler is eliminated. Kerry Brown did the honors, ducking a punch, and Tyler's eliminated. Give Kerry Brown all sorts of credit for that. After the beating he took against Tyler, he gets some revenge right there as Tyler is pitched out of the ring. It's now a 4-man Wrestle Royal. Takachio with a chop to the head of the Bruiser. Look out! Kerry Brown's pitched out. In 5:42, Kerry Brown is eliminated. It's now the Bruiser with Mike George and Takachio. The curfew expiring, it's down to a 3-man Wrestle Royal, and Kerry Brown has been injured in that fall over the top rope. The Bruiser slams the head of George and Takachio together. Some of the other wrestlers still watching from ringside. We see Tommy Sharp still here watching the action. George pounding on the back of the Bruiser. The Bruiser outnumbered now 2 against 1. Takachio and George. Takachio chopping on the head of Dick the Bruiser. They'd love to get the Bruiser out of here.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
2 minutes remaining, and Mike George took a chop from Takachio. Look at the Bruiser! Look what he sees! They're both going out! That's it, the Bruiser! Saw Takachio and George. And Dick the Bruiser wins the Wrestle Royal, bringing this crowd to its feet. The crowd brought to its feet as Dick the Bruiser has won the 8-man Wrestle Royal.
So there it is, a package of thrilling events and outstanding stars. That's what helps to make Wrestling at the Chase so popular in the greater St. Louis area. But there is one other item that should be mentioned, and that is you, the people who support wrestling. Without you, well, we don't count. So thank you very much. This has been Larry Matisic, and don't forget, next weekend, new action resumes, same time, same place here on KPLR TV. Until then, so long.
You've been watching Wrestling at the Chase. This program has been produced by Sam Muchnick in cooperation with the St. Louis Wrestling Club.